Hello students, welcome to Ashish Polala classes. Today in the present lecture of Indian Constitution, I am going to discuss with you what is the difference between constitution and constitutionalism, what are the various essentials of the constitutionalism, and whether Indian Constitution contains the essentials of the constitutionalism or not. So let us start the video. The word constitution and constitutionalism seems to be same for you. But in reality, the term constitution and constitutionalism are not the same. They are different from each other. What is the meaning of constitution? Constitution is the basic or fundamental document of the state, which contains the first or basic law of the state. Why it is said that the constitution is the basic law of the state? The answer is very simple. The constitution of a state is said to be the basic or fundamental law of the state because all other laws of the state or country are based on the constitution, and they have to be enacted within the limitations of the constitution. What will happen if any law is against the basic provision of the constitution? If any law is against the basic provision of the constitution, then that law can be declared as unconstitutional by the judiciary under the exercise of the power of judicial review, and it can be set aside by the court, after which it will lost its enforceability in the state. It will not be operative in the state. It will be declared to be null and void. So this is something about the meaning of constitution. On the other hand, the term constitutionalism means rule of law. And this concept of rule of law is the basic essentials for a democratic country. In a democratic country, there must be rule of law, under which the law must be above in comparison to all other organs of the government. A country may have a constitution, but even after having a constitution, that constitution may not have the essentials of the system of constitutionalism. So it is very important for us to know what are the various essentials of constitutionalism and whether our Indian constitution contains those essentials of constitutionalism. The first essential of constitutionalism is that in a system of constitutionalism, there must be controlled government, and the government will be controlled by the provisions of the constitution. That means to say that in the constitution, there must be a system by which government can be controlled so that government should not become the dictator. If we see our Indian constitution, then all the organs of the government, whether it may be the legislature, executive, or judiciary, all these organs of the government in India are controlled by various provisions of the constitution. So it can be said that the Indian constitution contains the first essential of constitutionalism, and that is controlled government by the provisions of constitution. The second essential of constitutionalism is that there must be the rule of law in the country. What is the meaning of rule of law in the country? That means to say, in a country in which there is a concept of constitutionalism, no organ of the government should be above than the constitution. and all the organs, whether it is legislature, executive, or judiciary, should act within the limitations as imposed by the provisions of constitution. And if we see our Indian constitution, then in India no organ of the government is made superior to the constitution of India, and all the organ of the government in India are bound to perform their functions within the framework, within the limitations of Indian constitution. So we can say that Indian constitution also contains the second essential of constitutionalism, which is the rule of law in the country. Now let us discuss what is the third essential of the constitutionalism. The third essential of constitutionalism is that there must be division of power between various organs of the government, so that no organ of the government become more powerful in comparison to other organ of the government. If we see our Indian constitution, in our Indian constitution there is a division of power between the organs of the government. The function of the legislature in India is to make, amend, and to repeal the laws. The function of the executive in India is to implement, execute, or administer the laws which are made by the legislature, whereas the function of the judiciary is to interpret and enforce the laws which are made by the legislature and to administer the justice. So we can say that in our Indian constitution, there is a division of functions between various organs of the government. So let us discuss the fourth essential of the constitutionalism. In a country in which there is a concept of constitutionalism, in that country there must be some fundamental freedoms, and these fundamental freedoms should be available to all the individuals. And while granting these fundamental freedoms, there should not be any type of discrimination between the individuals. If we see our Indian constitution, then in our India, these fundamental freedoms can be found in Article number 19 to 22 of the Constitution of India. So we can say that Indian constitution has also this essential of constitutionalism, in which fundamental freedoms are given to the individuals without any type of discrimination between them. The fifth essential of constitutionalism is that the constitution should ensure the dignity of the individuals so as to make them happy. And in our India, the dignity of the individual is made ensure by giving the fundamental rights to the individuals. So we can say here that Indian constitution also contains this fifth essential of constitutionalism. The sixth essential of constitutionalism is that the constitution of the country should ensure that there should not be excessive taxation in the country. If we see our India, in the Constitution of India, this assurance is given by Article number 26 and chapter number 1 of part number 12 of the Constitution. We will discuss Article number 26 and part number 1 of chapter number 1 of part number 12 in the next lectures. So we can say that the sixth essential, in which there is prohibition of excessive taxation, is also included in the Constitution of India. The seventh essential of constitutionalism is that there must be prohibition of unlawful detention of the individual in the country. And if we see our Indian constitution, then Article 22 of the Indian constitution makes the provision against the unlawful detention. The eighth essential of the constitutionalism is that there must be independent judiciary in the state. What is the meaning of independent judiciary in the state? That means there should not be any type of interference by the executive in the functioning of the judiciary. We see article number 50, which is a directive principle of state policy. Then article 50 of the Indian Constitution provides for the separation of judiciary from the executive. So we can say that Indian Constitution also takes care of independence of judiciary. The ninth essential of constitutionalism is that the government must be selected by the people. That means to say there must be democratic republic. If we see the preamble of our Indian Constitution, then it also declare India to be a democratic republic. The 10th essential of constitutionalism is that the government should be selected by the adult citizens of the country. That means there should be adult suffrage in the country. Adult suffrage means right to vote must be given to the adult persons. In our Indian Constitution, every citizen who is not less than 18 years of age has right to vote to elect representative to the legislature, and they can select the representative both in central as well as state government. And while giving this right, no discrimination is made between the citizens on the ground of caste, race, religion, sex, literacy, wealth, and so on. This voting age was reduced to 18 years from 21 years in the year 1989 by 61st Constitutional Amendment Act of 1988. So it is very important to note here that before the year 1989, the voting age was 21 years, whereas by 61st Constitutional Amendment Act of 1988, it has been reduced to 18 years from 21 years. The last essential of constitutionalism is that the basic provisions of the constitution needs to be rigid. That means to say it should be difficult to amend the basic provisions of the constitution. And if we see the landmark judgment in India, which is Keshwanand Bharati versus State of Kerala, AIR 1973, Supreme Court 1461, the Supreme Court of India held that under Article 368 of the Constitution, which is dealing with the amendment of the Constitution, the Indian Parliament cannot alter the basic structure of Indian Constitution. So, after reading all the 11 essentials, we can say that our Indian Constitution has all the essential feature of constitutionalism. And what is your opinion? You can send that opinion to me in comment box. If you like my video, then please subscribe my channel and share it more and more. And if you want to take the notes, then you can go to lawarticles2020.blogspot.com. Thank you very much.